Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of VGC Prep. I'm your host Ryan, and today I'm bringing you another PDL battle. This battle is against @TidVicious, owner of the Quebec City Beartics, and unfortunately I don't remember either of our two teams because for some bizarre reason I didn't take notes during this battle. I don't know if I took it on something else. Oh, I took it on my computer because at that time I did not have access to my notebook. But I deleted that file, so I don't have my notes on that, so I don't know what else he brought. But looking at this team, you can kind of see where I came from with the team that I brought. Let me just switch over onto the proper format template. I brought Hariyama, Cresselia, Cacturne, and Dragonite because I figured they were the best suited for the job. Now, I led off with Dragonite and Cacturne, expecting the thunderous lead, mainly because I don't know why. Actually, now that I think about it, that lead makes no sense. My Cresselia has Mental Herb, would have very easily been able to set up Trick Room. I don't know, but I was just kind of weary of the Cresselia, of the taunt. I don't know why, but we see the Thundurus and the Blastoise come in. Obviously, Cacturne's going to be very good against the Blastoise. Now, I did kind of sort of forget that Blastoise got Fake Out, so that's a little unfortunate. We did break our multi-scale there. I go for Dark Pulse here, expecting the Blastoise to switch out. Now, remember, the Blastoise is not his Mega, but we're going to see the lefties go up a little bit here. Now, I'm going to have to switch out because Ice Beam can and will take me out. Especially since we've seen that the Thundurus does have Hidden Power Ice. So I'm going to switch into my Hariyama, who has Assault Vest, will take these attacks very well, and switch into my Cresselia, who, now I've really thought things through, I've realized can actually take a taunt. Who knew? So Blastoise goes for Mirror Coat, which is like, oh damn, what am I going to do about that? Oh right, I have Hariyama. So he's going to withdraw the Blastoise, and bring out the Mr. Crinkle, which is going to be the Cofagrigus, probably expecting a close combat, but I actually went for the Fake Out. Actually, now that I think about it, he probably predicted the Fake Out. I faked out the Blastoise because Blastoise has not only Dark Pulse, but it's pretty strong in general. So I do get that Trick Room up. Now, the Cofagrigus is going to be a little bit on the slow side, so it might be proving an issue to me. Might. I'll have to figure it out as the battle goes on, but I am poisoned now, which is going to be a problem. Now, the Cofagrigus does go first under Trick Room, which makes me really regret bringing Trick Room into this, because, I mean, honestly, Thundurus wasn't going to be doing too much. I do go for the Rock Slide because I am going for the Thundurus right now. My Hariyama can't really touch the Cofagrigus. And I go for Psychic onto the Cofagrigus. Why? Because I am dumb. I really should have gone for the Thundurus, but, didn't end up mattering because the Thundurus did end up flinching, which is kind of useful in my opinion. But, you know, I should have attacked it to begin with instead of going for the Psychic on the Cofagrigus. Now, he does switch out the Crocodile, and I miraculously stay in with my Cresselia, and the reason I do that is because I want to get that Helping Hand boost to make sure my attacks do as much as they possibly can. And he is going to end up taking out my Cresselia this turn, which, not great, not great. But I do go for the Rock Slide. I don't miss, and do I take out the Cofagrigus? No, I don't. So, because the -1, you know, if he didn't come in with that -1, it would have been good for me. So now, you know, I bring in my Dragonite. It was either that or Cacturne. I didn't really like Cacturne's position here. I'm gonna go for the Ice Punch on the Crocodile because super effective damage. I didn't necessarily want me to be lowered in defenses, so that's why I went for that. Now, I did end up missing the Cofagrigus, but there's gonna be something you're gonna notice here. My Dragonite did not hit that Crocodile very hard at all, if at all. So he goes for the Focus Punch. Now I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be a problem. You know, Crocodile, I don't really have anything for him, you know. Cofagrigus, if he attacks me, he was going to take him out because we noticed that he was Life Orb before. So I'm thinking, okay, here's the best idea. Let's just double into the Crocodile, right? Double into the Crocodile. I knock out its sub with Ice Punch, and I actually go for Heat Wave just for the Kofagrugas, just in case, you know. And I kill it. So it's a double kill for me, and that's pretty solid in my book. I'll take it, and I'll run. Trick Room does end up expiring, unfortunately, and unfortunately in comes the Blastoise. So now we've got a Thundurus with super effective attack, a Blastoise with the potential to be super effective. So I have to protect my Dragonite no matter what. I actually kind of expected him to fake out my Dragonite. I don't have Protect on my Hariyama. I don't need it. I don't think I need it. But apparently that would have helped me very well there. So, you know, obviously I can't really switch out into Cacturne because it's super effective. I'm not going to survive, so I'm just going to stay in with my Dragonite, hope for the best. It doesn't really do very much. And he's going to go for Earthquake, surprisingly enough. So now I've seen, I think it was Fake Out, and Earthquake. So it's a very bizarre move. So, you know, my Hariyama, while it is at -1, I do get that KO on the Thundurus because, you know, I mean, come on. I mean, I'm at -1, but he was at like 1/4. So he's going to go for Earthquake, which makes me think he doesn't have Ice Beam. I go for Energy Ball, and that's going to be a solid 2-hit KO. But unfortunately, with my Life Orb, it's not really a good thing for me. So I'm going to go for that close combat. He survives with the teeniest amount of HP, which is really not good. So he goes for the Aqua Jet. But knowing what my options are, I really didn't have much of an option. He was probably going to go for Earthquake, so Spiky Shield wouldn't have really done me any favors. So I actually just stay in and I go for the attack. And that's what happens there. I end up winning the first battle, 0-0 though, and kind of funny how that works out. So I get no points for that, and he gets no negative points for that. So glad I ended up winning that one battle really quickly. But we're gonna move on. So I decided to bring the same 4 because, you know, I won with it, right? So why the hell not? So I'm going to lead off with Dragonite and Cresselia this time. Because, you know, again, I realize, oh, what am I doing? Why am I fearing the taunt? You know, I have Mental Herb on this Cresselia. So he's going to start off with Blastoise and Heatran, a pretty popular core, actually. I'm going to Protect straight up, expecting an Ice Beam. We've still only seen 3 moves from the Blastoise, plus the Fake Out. So just kind of predicting that. Now we see the Fire Blast come off and hit my Cresselia, and it does a lot of damage. So I'm thinking this thing's specs. This thing has to be specs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up Trick Room like I always want to do. I always want to get that Trick Room going. And here we're going to have to decide. Do we go for the Blastoise? Do we go for the Heatran? What do we do? And guys, this is what we do. He goes for the Aqua Jet. To do as much damage as he can to my Dragonite. I'm not really sure why, to be quite honest. I guess he just didn't have anything. And I go for the Focus Blast, Helping Hand Focus Blast, and this is where we discovered my problem. So, you may be looking at yourself and you're like, Ryan, you're using a special Dragonite. You Helping Hand boosted it, super effective, and I asked afterwards what that Heatran was running, and wasn't running very defensively. Remember, we speculated that it was Choice Specs. So, turns out, this Dragonite is not running the right EV spread. I have max attack and an attack boosting nature. Something that I forgot to change when I was fixing this. So, you're going to see a lot of attacks here fail to do their justice. Now, I'm thinking, honestly, first of all, that Heatran would have been dead, long gone. Blastoise would have less than half here, although it kind of did end up helping me in a way because I didn't die to Mirror Coat, but it would have done a lot more damage in the long run to that Blastoise and just kind of been better. So what I do here is I switch out my Dragonite, realizing that I'm not really doing very much here, and the Mirror Coat's going to probably kill me and end up killing me. So I'm going to switch into my Cacturne. We're going to go for, hoping he, like, you know, Shadow Balls us or something, and he does, so we take that. Not well, but, I mean, it was a crit. Does get the special defense drop, a lot of hacks, but not a big deal, you know, nothing crazy. I end up close combating the Blastoise mainly because it was my only real attack into him right there. I didn't really have much of another choice. I could have Energy Balled him, but I was really more curious about getting rid of the Kofagrigus. I mean, obviously I didn't have anything for whatever the heck that thing is, the Kofagrigus, so I kind of wanted to go for the close combat. So what happened here is I predicted the fake out, so I Spiky Shield. He actually Psychics my Hariyama, which is something that I didn't see coming. I figured he'd try and take out the Cacturn. But I ended up close combating the Blastoise and just straight up taking it out, which was beautiful, in my opinion. I was very happy about that. But with my defenses lowered on both my Pokemon, I didn't really have much of an option in this next section. He does end up sending out his Mega Lucario, and there's really not much I can do. I do have the Dragonite in the back, who does have a Fire-type move, but I have no Trick Room anymore. Now, the Kofagrigus does end up protecting here, which wasn't too bad for me, because I ended up getting to set up something kind of cool, which I was hoping to do with this Cacturn. I went for Destiny Bond, and that basically made it so... What I was really hoping his Lucario would attack the Cacturn here. I was really hoping I'd survive a Flash Cannon with my Dragonite. I ended up not, which is really unfortunate, but the Destiny Bond thing, I went for it again just in case. I didn't want to, this is point based, so I wanted to try and win as much as I could, or lose as least as I could. Ooh, wow, excuse me. So I went for Destiny Bond. That helps my ratio a bit. I only lose 1-0. Considering that I only won 0-0 in the last game, kind of important. So moving on, we have one more battle left, is best 2 out of 3. I bring the same things. I decided differently this time because, you know, Dragonite didn't really work out well for me, especially considering I didn't realize at the time that I was missing special attack EVs. I thought that it was just really bulky. You know, maybe he was Assault Vest or something like that with the Dragonite. And maybe he was running something with the Heatran. So, honestly, I wasn't exactly sure what to do. But what I do here is I don't set up Trick Room. Sounds a little weird, I know, but I wanted to just get rid of the Thundurus. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I know the reason why I didn't go for the Trick Room was because Kofagrigus does underspeed me. And is slower than my entire team put together, so I needed to make sure that I didn't set him up. You know, he's a very offensive Kofagrigus, he's doing a lot of damage here and there, has a lot of good coverage for my team, so I need to make sure I can handle him outside of Trick Room. That means I do have to be careful of things that are obviously going to be faster than me, so what I do here is I Helping Hand boost my Hariyama, expecting the Fake Out to be onto the Cresselia, which it really wasn't. But I'm going to end up losing my Cresselia here. The reason why... Oh, no, actually, no, I'm sorry. He ends up Shadow Balling into Hariyama, getting another special defense drop. Not a big deal, though, because I lower it myself by attacking, so it's not, you know, a huge loss. So I go for Helping Hand again. I'm thinking, you know what? My only option is to take out this Blastoise. He's going to protect... Oh, no, sorry. The Kofagrigus is going to protect... It's been a while since I had this. Now, he does go for the Earthquake, which I thought was a peculiar move. Granted, he didn't have any other attacks, really, to do. He had Aqua Jet, which really wouldn't do much. Fake Out, and Earthquake. So the Helping Hand close combat does crit, and it does take out the Blastoise, which I think the crit definitely mattered, but with all the hacks in the last battle, I don't think it really was too bad, you know. And it doesn't really affect him too much. You know, I'm trying to avoid the Trick Room. But he's going to bring in the Lucario, and me avoiding that Trick Room is really going to show here, because now I have a Mega Lucario outside of Trick Room. There's no way my Cresselia is going to survive this turn, unless he really decides to just take out both my Hariyama and my... double into my Hariyama, which he won't, because obviously Flash Cannon will be enough. I do have that special defense drop, which I think did end up mattering there, because I am Assault Vest max HP. I think I could have taken that. I think. I'm not entirely too certain, though. So now, you know, I'm really in a bad position. I have no Trick Room. I've got a Mega Lucario here. Granted, I do have my Dragonite, who has multi-scale, so all damage coming into him will really not do too much. So what I do here is I just straight up Spiky Shield, expecting him to attack me here. I'm not sure, I just kind of expected that. Now I go for the Heat Wave, and you'll see it does nothing. And this is where I'm like, what is wrong with Dragonite? He's so bad. He's literally the worst Pokemon in the game. How is he not even able to take out a Lucario? Turns out I just didn't have the proper EV spread, which I think really impacted this game, and it's really unfortunate that that happened. And my opponent just played really well, was able to overcome that. I do end up Dark Pulsing the Kofagrigus here because I knew I was going to be faster. I knew I had Focus I think I had Focus Sash, so he wouldn't be able to take me out. Oh no, I had Life Orb, my bad. I actually just kind of expected Lucario to try and kill the Dragonite, but he didn't. So he's just going to Flash Cannon. There's no way I'm going to survive that, and honestly, I think I could. I don't know if I could have won if I had the right Dragonite, but it would have been a much better battle for both parties if I had the right EVs there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Peace.